everybody, One of Wisdom here. We're on the pool table, the clean pool table. This is the early into 2016 with everything getting cleaned up. So I kind of covered why I had to clean everything up in other videos, but what we're going to do here, this was actually a Christmas gift. And I've not really gotten to use it to its full potential, but what this is the Astro A50 headset. Cool thing about this, it is wireless. So we're going to come in here, review it as best we can. $249 was the tag, it was on sale. I think these have gone as low as like $224-ish, GameStop, Newegg, Amazon. You can find them in multiple places. The box packaging overall is pretty sleek, but A50 wireless video gaming equipment. This is equipment gaming, and coming down we have got, let's see here, pro quality audio with equalizer modes. We've got superior fit and finish, precision microphone with flip up mute, and then we've got tune for gaming with Astro audio, 5.8 gigahertz wireless technology, built-in wireless mix amp, and Dolby headphones 7.1 surround sound. This is designed for the Xbox One, however it does work actually pretty much with, well, shouldn't say that, but PC. You can plug it into your computer, you know, kind of throw your iPad or iPod on it, whatever you want to do. You can pretty much kind of work around it. So if you're unsure, look it up somewhere else, because I really can't tell you that much about it. It does come with a stand, and that will keep your headset nice and tidy. I won't have to use a doorknob like I'm using now with my current Logitech headset, but the mix amp, it can sit in there. Right there you can kind of see what will be our volume controls and charge ports, everything along those lines. There's a cable here from the controller to the headset. I believe that is just for the chat to the Xbox One. I've used the microphone totally wireless with the computer, so I'll have to kind of explore that. But right here there is an index. We've got the display stand. There is the flip up mute, that's on the mic of course, the mix amp transmitter. We've got the equalizer modes. You can kind of see that right there, number 4. Number 5, we've got the volume wheel. Again, that's going to be on one of your ear cups, if you will. Number 6 is going to be the game voice balance. Haven't really quite played with that enough, but essentially I guess you like tap on one side or the other to kind of, you know, balance things out to your preference. 7 is the AG1 Xbox One chat cable. Again, pretty self-explanatory on that one. 8 is the Xbox Live chat port. That'll be on the opposite side, just your standard 3.5 jack. Number 9, Dolby 7.1 on and off. That is going to be on the right-hand side of your A50 mix amp controller. Number 10 is going to be the auxiliary in, or MP3. Again, 3.5 jack. That's how I routed my, you know, iPod to it and listened wirelessly across the house, so that was a nice change of pace. 11 is your optical out, and then of course 12 will be your optical in. So I think that covers everything here on the packaging, but again, it does look pretty cool, particularly if you're a fan of this color scheme. Speaking of cool, it does nothing for the product itself, but I really like this packaging here, so I guess that's their Astro Man or something, and I thought it was a cool little kind of a detail there. So again, nothing, you know, groundbreaking or anything, but it is cool. This packaging here, the flip outs, obviously should know my mantra by now. If people put time and effort into the packaging, generally you're going to have a good product. Typically speaking, if you order something in on Amazon and it's in like a horribly crappy box or a non-padded envelope, or it comes in pieces, it's a sign they didn't really value it. If you buy the same thing and it comes packed adequately, they valued it. If it comes packed immaculately, it's probably a sign that you've got a good product. So it's kind of something that you can pick up on here. Now right here, let's go ahead and start with the mix amp controller, if we can. And right here it's A50. You can see there we've got the Astro logo. That is your power button, and that is your surround sound. Moving down here to the base, it's kind of color coordinated. I'm not quite sure what to call that. I should mention this is kind of like a plasticky rubber. It's basically not going to slide, whatever you put it on, essentially. So, alright, right here, this aux or auxiliary, that's going to be your 3.5 jack, like for your iPod or whatever you want to connect that has that available. There it focuses. Right here, this is going to be a mini USB for your power. optical out, optical in, and USB. We'll kind of walk you back through this in a second, and of course protective coating. Right here, this is the headset itself, and I can tell you, many GameStops have these or A40s out. They are extremely comfortable. They're actually way lighter than they look. It's kind of just the construction of it. I assume a lot of that is hollow, but very lightweight. I've had some old people headphones on, like the Bose stuff. I've never been a fan of Bose for some reason. It's always been hyped up, and then it never delivered for me. I'm a little bit of an audiophile. Just for the record, I prefer Infinity Kappas. So that's kind of more audio, or auto audio, I should say. So that's it right here. These are extremely comfortable. They're fully adjustable on the side. Supposedly you can swap around the mic, whatever you want to do. Lots of customization options, but I can tell you, lightweight and comfortable. Padded on the headband here, very well padded actually. These you can kind of get a feel for the play here, so they're going to have a lot of flex. That is a good thing. These are over the ear. Personal preference, some people like it to be completely over the ear, so you kind of get the most immersive sound experience. Others like it to just kind of cover, right over like your earlobe, and with the anticipation that you can also hear, your surrounding environment a little bit better. To each their own. Obviously, in my opinion, if you're going for max sound quality, you would want an over the ear. Sort of by default, that's going to block out a lot of your exterior noise or distracting sounds. Get yourself kind of attuned to whatever it is you're trying to listen to or concentrate on, in my opinion anyway. Right here on this side, this is your voice and gaming balance. So I'm not quite sure, again, not much experience there, but you can kind of see how it's just like a pressable button type of a thing. So I assume if you want more game sound, you would press to this side. If you want more voice sound, you would press to this side. And again, I believe that would be your left ear. Pretty sure that's right. I'm not sure exactly, but it's one or the other. But coming over here, you've got the mic, and the cool thing here, it's flip up to mute. So anytime someone has one of those little click thumb wheel type things, it's either a situation where they're talking and you can hear them and they didn't intend for that to happen, or, of course, they've started their video, they're recording, they're doing their gameplay and commentary, and they're muted. And they don't realize that, and they either have to reshoot the footage or come in and, oh, geez, guys, I've been muted for 5 minutes or whatever. So I've never been a big fan of that feature. I don't have it on any of my personal headsets just for that one reason. But, again, to each their own. The mic itself, when I used it, I was disappointed. The sound quality on these has been amazing. The mic disappointed me. I should note, though, and I just realized this like a few nights ago when I was kind of cleaning, there was the, like clear protective film over the mic tip. So that probably impacted my voice sound, wouldn't it? So I'll have to retest that. I'm very excited about that. It didn't sound horrible with that on, but it didn't have like a rich depth. It's kind of hard to describe sounds to me. A lot of people use different terminology, but I can best do it through songs. But in terms of like my Logitech mic, which say what you will, that's a fantastic mic. You can buy more expensive ones and they don't sound anywhere near as good. But that would have made a difference right there. So again, I just did not see it. I think the clear film has kind of lifted. In certain lights, I don't think you would even see it, especially if I hadn't pointed it out to you. But coming in right here, you've got your multiple ports here. This, as you can see, it's got the controller. So that's going to be a 3.5 jack in. This, that's going to be where you charge this with the mini USB port. On the other side, this is your volume wheel. This is your equalizer. You've got 1, 2, and 3 bars here. I looked it up somewhere, and I think on their website they do actually outline what the presets are for that. And this right here is, of course, your power button. The headset, when it powers on and off, there's this kind of cool space age type sound, so that's something to look forward to. But we will set that aside. And what we want to do now is lift up on this. I should mention I've already got the instructions out, and we'll set this down. But again, this is what nestles the headset in, so it's a nice precision-formed piece. I guess the boring parts first here. You've got 2 USB cables, basically the same setup, and the way this works, essentially what you would do, this piece here, it would plug into your computer or your Xbox One. This, the mini USB side, would power your mix amp. So this one is in use. This same setup here, we're going to plug into our mix amp, and this would of course then charge your headset. So that's kind of how that works. You're basically going from your power source to the headset, but you've got the middleman of the mix amp. So note one of these, I believe this one looks to be a little bit longer, so you can kind of tailor it if you need the longer cord from your Xbox or your computer and the shorter cord for charging, or if you want, you've got like a set spot for your mix amp and then you want the long cord for the charge reach or something. And of course, if you want to charge these while you wear them, you can pick up probably a 9-foot cable. Wow, this configuration fairly reasonable, so keep that in mind, but you do get 2 sets there for that reason. This right here, I've never had it out of the box, but if you didn't know from that distinctive shape, this is going to plug into your Xbox One controller. This becomes a chat cable, plugs in on the ear cup that we highlighted just a second ago. Very basic, very simple. Have to say though, that's a nice touch there. It's almost like a carbon fiber effect, but sort of matches, I guess, the styling of the Xbox One. Then you've got the gloss black with the Astro logo. I've kind of got Minecraft on my mind apparently. This thing right here, this is going to be a cool deal because I'll finally get to put this together. But this is going to be our base for the stand. I've not put this together since Christmas for one simple reason. They claim that it's a one-click final assembly, and so I didn't want this assembled just yet. You know what, right here you've kind of got like that citron yellow color again. It's got that same sort of like rubbery plastic feel, but again, it's basically like a non-slip. Obviously, if you watch my finger, it glides off that. Not so much here. So kind of akin to like an eraser type of material, but it should do the job. This piece here, if you couldn't tell, that's going to be like our neck. It's got the Astro A logo, and that of course is what our headrest will rest on. This is simply just our optical in and optical out. That's what these things are, if you never knew. Again, primarily used just in surround sound. So if you're not an audiophile or you don't sit there and run multiple channels and subwoofers and stuff, and you always wonder what that little funky port was, the SPDIF or something, that's what that is. So we will be using that with the Xbox. And then this long piece right here, this will be the vertical upright piece for our stand for these Astro A50s. So we'll pop that out. That piece rattling around, they actually just kind of put little dust plugs here on this cable for us. Obviously, I've used it, so I have them disconnected. Let's slide this back, and we will take a gander at this piece here. Vertical upright, obviously, it's going to wide at the bottom, narrow at the top. So let's take a gander at this, see what we think we do here. We're going to try to simply match surfaces so we know we're working with the bottom. You know what? I think this is actually correct. Yeah, okay, I got it. Because what this will do is then this will be on the bottom to make this non-skid, and then the bottom of our A50 mix amp here is going to rest in there. So little different, but hey, we figured it out. So again, they claim this is a final assembly, so I assume you'd want to use your stand, but let's go ahead, and I bet we could undo that if we wanted to, in all honesty, but we've got it in place. Everything looks nice. Let's see if it's, oh yeah, that'll be just fine. So you get a feel for it. Again, nothing super fancy, but it does function just fine. Now, of course, we've got this piece here. This will be the neck that our headset will rest on. Same thing here. You just match kind of like the rubbed finish here, or textured finish. And I assume this would just kind of slide into place. Kind of hard with the camera and tripod here. Alright, do you see that? Those impressions on my hand? That's indicative of how much pressure you have to apply to that. It's a tough, anytime I work with plastic, you always get to that point. It either like it's a smooth slide-in fit and it's like, oh, that was effortless, is it really secure? Or it's one of those things where you feel like you're possibly going to break the piece. It's just going to fracture or splinter off. That's what we encountered here. So at one point in time, a minute ago, you could kind of see like that little A logo in my hand as I tried to kind of wedge this thing into place. But hey, we got it. And I was concerned. I was like, this isn't going anywhere. There's a big gap there that I didn't really like. And I thought, well, I don't know. it would hold and do the job, but I didn't like the gap, and so I just kind of kept at it, and it just finally then easily snaps into place as plastic usually does. But the main thing, it's pretty sleek. It's going to be, sturdy. It's not going to tip over. It's kind of designed for the load of the headphones, which again, not really that heavy to begin with. But the way this works, again, here on the bottom, you've kind of got that nice citron color. I guess you either like it or you don't type of a deal, but I don't mind it. We set it down. The mix amp just sits right there perfectly. And then now the moment of truth, how do the headphones set? And we'll bring them in from the side. There we go. So that's what they're supposed to do. Again, if you don't have I feel like most people that have headsets, they like wind up nestled over the TV, over your computer monitor, maybe the back of a chair. Maybe you just set them down, on your desk or pool table, like I had them sitting just a second ago. What I've done since like 2010 is my little trusty old Logitechs over there. I put them around the doorknob, so I would consider this an upgrade. I don't know about you, but I think it will more than suffice based on what I'm used to. But there's a side profile. Here's our front profile coming into the back, or the other side, I should say. And then here from the back, it's kind of a cool deal that's actually an open tower. It just sort of adds to like the space age feel or the design of them or something. It was just like a solid slab of plastic. It'd kind of be like those amiibo, that are freestanding poses, but then there's that like giant column of clear plastic and you're like, ugh, type of a thing. So I'm cool with this. I think it looks pretty nice. And again, it's got a slot built in there for the mix amp. That's a nice touch. Will it tip? I don't think so. I think we're going to be good there. So again, as long as you don't toss these on at like a 2-mile-an-hour clip or something from a weird angle and land it, I don't think it's going to turn over. The directions are pretty decent. If we just come in here, this is the A50 Wireless Headset Quick Start Guide. You've essentially just got how to set up the mix amp. You've got pairing. Again, these do come, I haven't mentioned it comes paired already. So don't put yourself through that step unless it doesn't work for some reason. Stand assembly, again, slides and snaps into place. Permanent assembly, I believe that. And if you pick these up, I think you'll be right there with me. But Xbox One setup, the main thing you need to do, again, you want to take advantage of the surround sound here. And again, you just sort of, from the console, power your mix amp, and then from the mix amp, that's how you're going to charge your headset, so keep that in mind. You got to go in and do like one thing in the menu. It's right here. You're going to go into Settings, Display and Sound. Under Digital Audio, choose Bitstream format, then select Dolby Digital. Again, that is a critical step. Coming around to this side, is it just a foreign language? Yes, it is, and we don't speak it, so it is irrelevant. And let's see. Last thing over here, stop. If you have issues, don't return it to GameStop or wherever you purchase this fine product. Consult the manufacturer. Should mention here on the top of the headband, it's got the Astro logo, A50. And again, like the ear cups and these pieces here, I believe you can get those customized. I don't know, initials, name, different colors, things of that nature. So Astro's website has all that. I'll have a link down below. But again, the sound on these has been pretty dadgum impressive, and that's just based on PC use, Minecraft, miscellaneous YouTube videos, a couple other games I played on there. And following up from that, multiple times around Christmas and New Year's, I had the mix amp plugged into the computer, plugged in the iPod. All over the house I went wireless. The transmission range, I never exceeded it, so that was pretty cool, but it was just nice to not have wires. I don't know, most people seem to be content with earbuds, and while the sound from them is pretty dadgum good, particularly for the price, they never stay in my ear, ever. And that really sucks. And you're like walking up the stairs or something and you've got an earbud fall out, or you bend over and an earbud falls out, or you turn your head and one falls out. It just gets annoying. Again, there seems to be people that it's a non-issue and people that it's a chronic plaguing issue. I fall into the latter category, and that's why a headset is a nice touch. So again, sound quality has been amazing. In terms of that, just, music, computer use. So should be pretty impressive, I would assume, with the surround sound from the Xbox One. That's what I'm about to test out. I'll leave a comment or something down below. Also, I feel like an idiot for not noticing that plastic over the mic whenever I was testing the mic, but like I said, I think that will, I don't know if it'll be a fantastic or marginal or just, not too bad, usable, whatever category it falls in. But taking that off will make a significant improvement. So if you're like me and you got these and you tried them out and you're like, oh, the sound is great, but the mic sucks, make sure there's not plastic on it. Sounds simple, but hey, crazy things happen. That said, though, this is the Astro A50. Again, this was a gift, and I believe they came from GameStop. Not sure on the price. Again, if you're on a budget, you can step down the scale. I think the A40s are considerably cheaper now. Of course, any previous models you can probably pick up. It's up to you with the route that you go there, but if you come in and you've got, Best Buy, GameStop, wherever you may be, a stereo shop, something along those lines, and they sell headsets and they let you try them on. And you have to remember, if you're going to be gaming with these, wearing them for long periods of time, some people go 2 hours plus at a clip. Some of you go, like a couple 30-minute clips, in a day or whenever you get a chance. If you have uncomfortable headphones, it sucks. That's why I prefer over-the-ear. If you have over-the-ear, you don't have like a pressure point created. The other issue you have is pressure points from the head strap. That can get very, very annoying. Also, some cheap headsets, probably some expensive ones too, you can get your hair pinched. And that really sucks because you never realize it until it's too late. But there's all sorts of potential issues, but I've worn the snot out of these since I've had them, and I've not had any issues. They're super comfortable. And again, I do believe you can customize them and kind of get parts in to rebuild them if you're so inclined. I've been told that the mic swaps around. I haven't really investigated that. But I'm going to get it connected over here. I'm going to throw down with some Madden or Forza or something, try to get like the best sound experience. And if the mic turns out to be good, I might start using this over the Logitech set. So the issue with that Logitech set, which I've had 5+ years, it's been used and plugged in and unplugged so many times, the USB cord is kind of getting frail. And every once in a while, it's just intermittently, it will pop. And it's not like a voice pop filter would stop it. It's like something in the line pops. I could not be saying anything, and if it's connected, there's like a pop that's recorded. So I'm working on something there. If this mic turns out to not be great, I'll probably pick something else up, use this as the headset type of a thing. But I'm pretty excited about it. Again, if you've had Astros before, have any tips or tricks for people watching this video, feel free to leave the comments down below. Maybe how you dialed them in, what you do to keep them clean, or how long you get from the ear cup, something along those lines. But for now, that is about the best I can do in terms of review. Again, I feel like an idiot for having the plastic on, but at the same time, like I said, I feel completely relieved because it should improve immensely with that off. If you don't believe me, put a piece of Scotch tape over your mic and see what you sound like, and you should note a very, very noticeable difference. So that's it for myself and these Astros A50s. We will catch you back here later. I'm going to go plug them into the Xbox One. I'll see how they sound there. Very excited about that. And who knows, here soon you might be hearing me through this mic and headset for all the commentated gameplay. So that's it. Hopefully this helped you out. If you've got any questions and you think I can answer them past what I've covered here, feel free to ask. I will do my best to explain it to you. Again, a lot of this over my head, not necessarily my area of expertise, but I do know they look cool. Most importantly, they're very comfortable and the sound quality is good. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe for more, and I will catch you back here for more from the pool table.